Hi there and welcome to another Elder Scrolls Legend video. My name is Richard, or Moxfire if you want to call me by my game name. Today we're going to be playing some ranked play. Currently still at rank 4. Unfortunately I went on a little bit of a losing streak earlier today, so don't even think I'm actually... Oh, I'm just at the bottom of it, so hopefully we'll be able to climb out. I'm hoping to get rank 1 by the end of the season, but we're only 4 days away now, so... might take a little bit of work if I want to grind it out. I also have a project and a couple of the things that are coming up, so not sure if I'm going to have enough time to do that. But next season I do have the entire winter off, so I will be able to play a lot more and hopefully produce some more videos. So let's talk about the deck. Oh, another thing before I talk about the deck. Sorry, I don't have a webcam set up. I just got a new video card for my tower in order to be able to make recordings a little bit better. So hopefully the quality is a lot higher than my previous videos. I don't have a webcam on my tower yet. I was playing previously on my laptop, so I'm not really sure how to get those two things synced up, so I'm not really going to concern myself about it. So for now, it's just going to be the sweet sound of my voice. So let's take a look at the deck. So we're going to be playing Fleshgore's Judgment Day today. This is a prophecy deck. It's a sorcerer deck. It was just posted to legends-deck.com. If you're interested in looking for new and exciting decks, there's usually ones posted pretty much every day. So this deck relies super heavily on prophecies. Most of the cards in here, or a majority of them are in here. I think there's 29 prophecies in total. So the idea is to try and get as much value as you can, trading up with things like Windkeeper Spellsword, Hunting Spirits, Young Mammoths, while hitting prophecies if they do decide to hit you in the face. And if they don't decide to hit you in the face, then you use Fate Weaver in order to trigger your own prophecies. And for the end game, we have Night Shadows, Nahug Leave, and a Supreme Atromancer just to push that extra little bit of damage. So we'll try taking this into the ladder. Oopsie. Alright, into our first game with Snuzmeric. Should probably stop trying to pronounce everybody's name. That is a weird name. Alright, we're playing against a warrior deck. He's rank 8, so he's probably smorking it. We're going to throw the Mummifies back. We're going to keep the Defender. My initial impulse is to throw back Prophecies, but since most of this deck is Prophecies, I would continuously be throwing all my cards back. So we'll play on curve. Dark Rift is nice to get early. Nahug Leave will show up our late game. These are actually pretty good. I've played a few of them in versus Arena, and I find that they generally are just straight up 2 mana, 5 damage, and summon an Atronach. It takes a little while to get them going, but that's fine. So I can Defender here, but it doesn't contest. I'm gonna Shrieking Harpy. I lock the Mage Slayer down, and then I'm able to trade the Harpy into the Mage Slayer later. Just gonna Scimitar. Makes it too strong for me to get, but I can Harpy again, and hopefully be able to trade both of them in there. The only reason I'm willing to do that is because it's 2 cards for 2 cards. Oh. He's quite committed to making sure that Harpy stays... that Mage Slayer stays on the board. Dragontail Savior doesn't do it. Farn Defender also doesn't do it. I think I'm gonna Dark Rift. I'm gonna Swing Face here, and then I'm gonna Dragontail Savior. Should have activated the Dark Rift before I played the Dragontail Savior in case of a prophecy. I'm not sure if his deck is running that many prophecies. He's running quite a bit of removal, though. So I've drawn out 2 of his 3 crushing blows. Now I could mummify that. It's definitely an option. Oh no, I can't, because I can't target it with spells. Alright, we're gonna Fawn Defender here. Hold on to the mummify and just pass. Hopefully we get a good turn with the Fate Weaver. We're also okay taking damage if he does remove this. A Mighty Ally. That is definitely gonna be mummified.
Come and warm yourself.
That's awesome, right? If I silence it, it becomes a 3-1. Silence that, it becomes a 3-3. Microspectre contests it. I could try to go for a Lucky Fate Weaver. Seems kind of risky. No matter what, I'm going to use the Dark Rift. Oh well, it's my first time playing this deck. We may as well YOLO it. See what happens. Either way, I get a favorable trade over here. He does 13 damage to face. I proc a bunch of prophecies. Oh, first attempt at YOLO did not work at all. So he's got 15 damage. Alright, Prophecy Guard. That is made the deck doing exactly what it's supposed to be doing.
Feel my wrath.
I don't really feel like saying anything to him, actually.
Come at me.
Okay. There's another Prophecy. I could see this deck being super annoying. Every single time you hit, a Prophecy is going to come out. See, this kind of deck also stresses me out a little bit. I was watching Justin Larson's video earlier today, and he was referencing this as well. These Prophecy decks, while they seem like they're super fun on your end, are very... It makes the interactivity of the Prophecy unfun for the person triggering the Prophecies, especially if they release a few more Prophecies. You'll just see that there's nothing better to do than throw a bunch of Prophecies in there. I mean, I already just made that guy quit. But... I mean, I guess I am trying to get to Legends, so play the decks that are that are good. So we'll take this one into queue again. Alright, into our second game with Cell Sage. Alright, we're against a Spell Sword deck. I have a Perfect Curve, so I'm going to keep that. I only have 2 non-Prophecy cards, so that's pretty good. I mean, I also have 2 non-Prophecy cards. So I have to think of whether or not the Iliac Sorcerer is better here. I honestly don't see what the value is of having the Iliac Sorcerer. I don't have any way of adding a new ward to it. And it's basically a 1-1 that does 3 damage before it dies. The Draugr is a pain in the butt. Oops, I should have the lethal version of that in there. It's more of a pain in the butt if it has lethal. Alright, so we're gonna have the Windkeep Spell Sword. Swing face. So I played a lot of Spell Sword the last few days on ladder, or not today though. Today was all Hist Mage, and I just got my face wrecked by them. Every time they get to turn 15, that's it. That's just game. Hist Grove should just say, on turn 15, have your opponent forfeit. So he's thinking a lot. So I had my friend Brody over earlier today, and we were trying to record a video. We'd like to do arena runs together, so we will wind up having one probably by the end of the week. Something for people to look forward to. We basically just sit together, we'll have the voice recording of both of us, and we'll debate all the picks and choices through the draft, and then go through, and once the draft is done, we'll play all the games all the way through and see how well we do. Between the two of us, we usually can get 7 wins in a game. because we both are able to like catch other each other's mistakes. So that's something to look forward to. That's annoying. But unfortunately today when we were trying to record it, it just my internet died right in the middle of the recording, which made me lose the game, and then we decided to skip that game and then play another game, then the internet cut out again, and then we lost twice, so we just decided to scrap the whole thing. I don't like having that Profiteer there. I think the Midnight Sweep is pretty good here. I don't know if am I aggressive with this deck? Well, I'll just see what happens.
Who goes there?
I still haven't had to use my Elixir of Magicka, so it means turn 6 I'll be able to get my Nahagleave. Fate Weaver hopefully will be nice for us.
Training is
We have
over.
a 60% chance of hitting a Prophecy with this deck, with the way the cards are all put out. One thing I don't have is an AoE.
You can't defeat us.
So being able to do 1 damage to all these guys is going to be a little bit difficult. I think I mummified that. No, I gotta try and Fate Weaver here. This guy's gonna kill that guy.
Kill them all.
These guys are going face. I can negate a bunch of damage if I put down the Cam Lorn Sentinel, and I can also mummify as well. I really don't want him to continuously get value off of the Legionnaire. So he trades the Legionnaire and the Wolf, the Mummy and the Wolf into here. Still has 7 damage on board, which should pop 2 runes for me. Hopefully at least one of them is a Prophecy. It should be... Out of all 5 of these, 3 of these should be Prophecies with the way that the deck is organized.
Chimera, guide us.
That's really annoying. I just don't have any way of removing that. I might want to put Silence into this deck.
You won't foil my plan.
The Priest.
You can't defeat us.
Prophecy, and that's not a Prophecy. And that's not a Prophecy. Alright, so this deck is not working at all the way it's supposed to. We're gonna Nahagleave here. It's gonna take care of a lot of the damage over there.
Kill them all.
I'm just gonna do 3 damage for now. It's not really worth hitting for the extra 2. Unfortunately, he can just trade those 2 in. I would like to... I'm not really sure how I can deal with this board at the moment. I don't have any surefire ways to deal with token boards. Especially if he's running Histgrove later. But Nahagleave will do a bit of work for me at least.
Who goes there?
Night Sweep is annoying.
I live to serve.
He goes face. Oh, no, he can't go face. He has to go bad, yeah. So he does 9 damage.
Hold your positions. You won't foil my plan.
That one's not a Prophecy.
You can't defeat us.
Oh, there we go. Finally got a Prophecy. A little bit late on the draw for that. I think we're just going to lose this game. Shrieking Harpy negates some damage. Mummify reduces damage. That's still 5 damage on board. These guys are going here no matter what. Yeah, I don't see any way. This is the most that I can minimize, and it's still 6 damage on board.
The longer the odds, the sweeter the victory. Kill them all.
Alright, so he just wins.
The victory is
I guess when you're playing a Prophecy deck and you don't hit any Prophecies, you just lose with this deck. One of the things with this deck I was thinking about when I was deciding that I was going to play a couple games with it is just the fact that Prophecies, like for having the keyword Prophecies, your cards are generally underpowered. So if you're not hitting the Prophecies, then you're not getting that much value out of them. or at least not as much value hard casting them as you would, because I mean a 6-mana 3/3 that draws a card is not a good card unless if you get the prophecy effect from it. But we'll see how we do. We're against Ice Blonde, against a Battle Mage deck. I have a good curve. I don't really... make it an aggressive play, so I'll keep the Lightning Bolt just in case. Another thing I find weird about this deck is I do have just one Crushing Blow. But we'll see here. So we're going to put down the Lurking Crocodile, try and lead into the field lane. Just keep ourselves as aggressor. Alright, so that contests. Luckily it didn't hit. Camlorn Sentinel. And then swing face. So if he tries to trade, the Camlorn will survive.
The ambition of the Telvanni knows no
And
bounds.
Telvanni Arcanist. I can make trades here, or I could be aggressive. I think I make trades, because I can get 2 Dragon Tail Saviors that are going to be pretty strong.
The sweeter the victory.
Oops.
The longer the odds, the sweeter the victory.
So we'll trade that one. Well, we don't want to give him a card in case he misplays. I think we go for board. If he has Fireball, it's annoying, but not the end of the world. Fireball Crushing Blows, also annoying, but I still have a 4/3 on the board.
Friend.
Yeah, I'm glad I traded there. Shackles the 4/3. Hunting Spirit rather is pretty good here. That's gonna trade for the ward. Could take the ward off of it.
Too late for you.
If I swing face, he trades for the ward, swings that in there. He trades back. I still wind up losing the creature. And I get to do the damage. So we're gonna swing face first.
Too late for you.
Stand fast.
Face again. The Hunting Spirit's really good with our board state. I want to start putting creatures into the shadow lane just to spread out, especially in case of cards like Firestorm. But because the Hunting Spirit I wanted to die, I'd rather it be in a lane with creatures in it, especially knowing that the Wardcrafter is going to be there still. Okay.
Your blood will
So that was a pretty good card for him to play. That's also a good card for him to play. Doing a Spell Sword, take control of the board. It's difficult for him to remove my Spell Sword and get rid of the Hunting Spirit without the Hunting Spirit buffing my Spell Sword. Unfortunately, all I have left in my hand is 2 Lightning Bolts, which, if you read the guide, and I'll put a link in the description, the guide is saying that you should hold on to these for reach at the end of the game. But if all I have is those in my hands, it might not be the best idea. But we'll see. He's been playing pretty control-y, considering he is Battle Mage. Usually they're really aggressive. So he might be playing the Merrick Atromancer combo. Especially because I did see the raiding party. And he only used one of the raiders, so we should have another one. So that's 6 burst damage as of right now. Not including anything he can get out of Merrick.
Shall we begin?
Crystal Tower Crafter. Lesser Ward. Very annoying. Fate Weaver. Not the card I was looking for. So we're going to swing. Swing
Found you.
We're gonna Fate Weaver over here.
So, it has been
Oh, and I get the Prophecy. I like the Spider. I can use both to get through, which feels kind of bad. 6 mana to kill a 2 mana card, and 0 mana Lesser Ward, but that's okay. I also actually have quite a bit of damage on board. That's 9, 11, plus 8 in my hand. Let's go to the Spider.
There's more to come.
Okay, so we're gonna do as much damage as we can here. I got enough reach that I'm confident in my ability to kill him.
Who goes there?
Even if he wipes my entire board, he has to heal himself, and red-blue does not have the capacity to heal themselves. Unless if he gets a really... No, I don't think... Oh, he could Ancient of Wisdom, and maybe he gets Drain. Or Wisdom of the Ancients. Rapid shot. I wonder what the point of that was. I guess he's mitigating damage, but it doesn't actually mitigate damage. If he had hard removal, that would make sense.
Shall we begin?
I think he's just firing cards off for draw.
There's more.
Alright, so he's just dumping his hand. And we have lethal here. Use the lightning bolts for exactly what we said we would. It's a prophecy, it's irrelevant, there's nothing you can do to win. Testing out, seems like a good one to prophesize, but still have the second one in hand. Alright, so we got 2 out of 3 games. Not too bad. I might play a little bit more off of camera, see how high I can climb with this, and if I make any adjustments to it. I probably will make adjustments because of my preferred playstyle. I think that silences are really good, so I probably will put Nightfriend Priests in there. Maybe reduce some of the 2-drops and put in some other cards. But for now, thank you very much for watching the video, and just remember, don't do anything I wouldn't do.